feel like I've been complaining too much about Vocaloid producers lately, so let me talk about a song that makes me lose my goddamn mind, but in a fun way. Y'all heard Mise? It's really good if you like Nuyuri balloon songs. Go listen if you haven't. I'll be over here. Done? Okay. So on first glance, it seems like an ordinary song from either of them. A relationship that's soured, and neither of the people in it are happy anymore, even if they might have enjoyed each other's company once. Typical Nuyuri balloon content. And on its own, that's all it is. But oh my god, there are some layers to this one, whether they're intentional or not. Miseen is a corrupted form of mise en scène, literally placing on stage or what is put into the scene, a French term that refers to stage design and the arrangement of scenes for theater and film, both visually through the storyboarding and cinematography, and narratively through the direction. The PV matches this with the characters watching a film that mirrors their own experience and we can see it from their own perspective. But this is not a video analyzing it like that. There's more. If you listen to Nuyuri's music, you might already know about this one, but Lower, a previous song he did for Project Sekai, is a fairly normal song-ish as well, but the PV is in fact based off of Osamu Dazai's An Urgent Appeal, which is basically Jesus Judas fanfiction. I don't want to go into this because everybody's already talked about it and I think I would go insane if I tried, but dude, just trust me, that's what it's about. I have no idea if Nuyuri did this on purpose. The music seems like a normal Nuyuri, plus it was done for a big gacha game collab, so I don't know, but the video sure is. So either Nuyuri had no clue or he shrugged off the illustrator going fucking bonkers with their Jesus Judas Witch Girl AU. Miseen is just the same, only here instead of viable fanfiction, Avogadro decided on Vocaloid producer fanfiction. I know that it sounds like I'm just saying words, but here. Shortly after the video was uploaded, on a second account, Avocado-san posted a doodle with some thoughts that they had illustrating and animating the PV, and holy shit. I can't actually tell them this, but I just designed girls off the basic idea of Nuyuri-san and Balloon-san and ended up using those as they were. The clothes are just what everybody likes. Nuyuri-san likes tall women. I like them too. Balloon-san likes when someone puts their leg up on a chair. He does that as well. He also likes permed hair. He has that as well. I like height difference pairs. When the younger one is the taller one, it makes me smile. I want a fight between the same gender where they wrestle each other. Also, it's captioned, not only do I get to listen to Balonuyu's song first, I get paid for it? So this is proper, good, and commissioned work. All in all, it feels like a glimpse into Avogadro's mind that we shouldn't have, and yet here we are. So Miseen is a song about a crumbling relationship with a video where they're being shown their mistakes on the silver screen. But also, its characters are designed after the producers without their knowledge, and the illustrator has elaborated on their own shipping preferences and the producer's preferences and partners through the designs. Also, just what the fuck is this? The girls are fighting? Presidential alert, the girls are fighting? On JP's side, when the song was first released, you did get a handful of people thinking that the girls in the PV were siblings. Like, Avocado style does kind of mean that everyone looks vaguely alike, and some folks assumed that from the photos in the background that they were related, but after this came out, I'm pretty sure most of them were like, oh, okay. But on Eng's side, this is somewhat less common information since, yeah, you know, so it's the forbidden Miseen lore. That's pretty much why I'm making this video, because if I have to see another person claim that Miseen is about siblings when part of the lyrics are like, your warmth, your breath, I'm gonna fucking go insane. My favorite iteration of this exists in, of course, Project Sekai fandom itself, where the intersection of funny Mobage tweets and funny Vocaloid tweets is the most powerful. This part feels to me like it might get into hashtag discourse territory, so if you're gonna watch any further, I gotta say, please don't get at this artist. It's also been a year since I intended to make this. I'm very slow, so yeah. And I'm not trying to start any fights, I'm just goofing. I'm just being a little silly, as the commentary YouTubers like to say. It's just as a friend of mine said, if this had happened with any other song, it wouldn't be as funny. So this is all Miseen's fault. So on the 11th of June 2022, a Project Sekai gimmick account that focuses on the Shinonami siblings posted a parody of Miseen, which, if you are following, is a gay divorced Vocaloid RPF song. Again, if this were done intentionally, then whatever. But the tweets before Miseen are directly acting pro-shippers and people who ship siblings together not to interact with the account. So, it is just intensely funny to me that someone would go out of their way to be like, hey, if you ship these siblings in my account together, don't talk to me, and then proceed to post art of them in a song that is all but explicitly gay divorce. And illustrated with the purpose of gay wrestling with height difference pair where the younger one is the taller one. Anana sent the Shinonama artist a message on Marshmallow saying basically this, and the mod went on to say that they look at the comments a lot and people were saying the girls are siblings, and so on and so forth. These comments are also in English, and it stated that they don't they can't read. They did say that they can't read. I can, mind you. I have a translation for it because it just drove me kind of fucking insane. So I can understand the words. Just to be clear here. The person who's saying that their siblings cannot read. At the end, they were like, I guess you can interpret the song as a breakup, but I don't know. And I'm here like, yeah, I guess, but y'all talk about your siblings this way? Not to mention the fact that then you're implying that Avogadro drew a PV about siblings, but for a song with lyrics like this. Also, they said something about how divorce isn't necessarily like a romantic relationship thing, and sorry? They even tried to explain your heated passion, your breath, with the former being a weird translation for anata no netsu, which, like, implying that it's normal to talk about your siblings' heat, and the latter being foreshadowing for the strangling. Again, a plea for everyone not to talk to them about this, and also not to argue with me about this, because they deleted the tweets just to be safe anyway, and if you try to explain to me how deep and emotional Avogadro's art is, like, I'm gonna go insane, okay? But there is, like, an argument to be made for how fucked up it is that people will really go to such lengths to be like, oh no, it's not romantic, they're just very good sisters. To use a similar song that was released about the same time, Zettai Teki Mechikiraya, or Unfriendly Hater by Medmia, is another song about childhood friends who have somewhat grown apart. But you don't see anybody saying that they're siblings. I wonder why. Gee, it's almost as if the song with two girls in it who may or may not be in a romantic relationship are being interpreted as siblings, while the guys who are in the exact same situation, everybody's like, oh, but this isn't about that. I know it's not really all that deep. I'm just saying. I don't want to think about it that hard. But the thought is there. Literally any other song, it'd be like, well, okay, that's weird that you did this with siblings, but whatever. But mise has such a rich background that it adds all of the flavor. Really, anything with mise ends up with at least a little bit of that inexplicable flavor. So and Ivu, a couple of Ataita, like, they started as an official duo somewhat after mise was posted, and that was their first cover. They just started, and they're getting a divorce. Shogakuse and Viz covered them by themselves. You are divorcing yourself. The divorce is coming from inside the you. The long and short of it is, I fucking love mise. I love balloon songs, I love Noyuri songs, I love Avogadro's art, and I can only dream of being as insane for pay as they are. I love ships that can be described as divorce, and this song goes so well with them, so I just love it so much. The lyrics make me miserable. That's why I translated it myself before I found out there was an official one. It's good. But the whole idea of everything behind the song is so funny. There's just so many layers. Gay divorce, vocaloopy, RPF, accidental incest. And alongside Lower and Mechakirai, it's in this special category in my heart of songs where the illustrators just went off the goddamn rails. Like, the song in itself is already good, but then the illustrators being, like, crazy grips you by the fucking brainstem. Lower with its Bible fanfiction, Mechakirai where Wuma and Aruse just decided to smack their OCs together without Medmia even realizing, and Mizan with Balloon and Nuyuri as girls beating the shit out of each other. Vocaloid PVs truly never cease to amaze.